Back in July, I spent a few days in New York City to take some photographs. I've been busy making other videos, but I finally got around to sending off the film for developing and putting together the results in this video. I'm still a beginner in photography, and I'm brand new to analog photography. I just started shooting film a few months ago, and up to this point, I had gone through about less than 10 rolls of film. So I brought 6 rolls of film with me to New York City, and I'm shooting everything on the Leica MP and the Leica 35mm Summilux FLE2. I'll be working on my compositions while still trying to keep correct focus and correct exposure. But first of all, this Leica MP looks so beautiful with its black paint finish, and it's so fun to use. It feels so solid and heavy, all mechanical and all manual. It has a built-in light meter, and I found that I usually need to overexpose the light meter to get the right exposure. So on almost all of these photos, I overexposed by almost 1 full stop. I have a variety of film stocks with me, 1 roll of Cinestill 800, 1 roll of Fujifilm 400, 3 rolls of Kodak Gold, and 1 roll of Cinestill 400. I'll start with the Cinestill 800, my first chance of really shooting at night. I shot all the video on the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, and with the Cinestill 800 film, you can really see the difference with analog. I was surprised by just the extreme level of halation at night. I didn't expect the results to be this strong, but the lights just bloom and they glow. It gives you an effect that's sometimes unreal and sometimes out of this world. Sometimes it's a cool effect, and it looks like all the lights are just glowing neon. Other times it can be too strong or overdone, so you really have to be mindful about what kind of lights are in your composition. The Fujifilm 400 is more of a neutral film stock in terms of tone and character. It seems more realistic in my opinion, and it's more versatile. And the 400 film speed also gives you more flexibility to use it in different lighting situations. So I think this is a good all-around film stock to use, and I think this will be my go-to film in the future. I brought along mostly Kodak Gold 200 for the sunny days, mostly because of its film speed of 200, and I used an ND filter at times on top of that. But as the name implies, Kodak Gold gives you a much warmer tone, and this results in a more vintage effect to the photograph. But I think the effect can be too strong sometimes, and sometimes I just get an overcast of yellowish tint to the photograph. So I think I now prefer Fujifilm 400 over the Kodak Gold 200 just because of its more neutral tone. But on these photos, I think I did do a slightly better job of getting a halfway decent composition and something a little bit more interesting to look at. Here I slowed down the shutter speed to try to get that blurring effect. New York City is the best city in the world for street photography. You can take pictures of people and they don't even notice or care, and there are endless scenes to capture throughout the city. This is my first time using Cinestill 400, and I'm not sure what to make of it. The tone is closer to the Fujifilm 400 and not as warm as the Kodak Gold 200. But it seems to be not as sharp as the Fujifilm 400, so some of these give you an overall softer look to the photo. So maybe this would be good to get that vintage look without the excessive warmth of the Kodak Gold. This was a really fun trip to New York City, and I'm also going to take this as a learning experience. I'll keep shooting with the MP, but I'll use less Kodak Gold and more Fujifilm 400. Some of these photos were overexposed, so I still need to work on that. I shot mostly stop down to f5.6 or f8 to keep the focus easier. The 1.4 Summilux was overkill, but the 35mm was good as a do-everything focal length. Let me know in the comments any other suggestions for improvement and any other suggestions for other film stock to try out.